Welcome back to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast. We are currently, Charlie, at the Oaks Bar and Grill at the Majestic Oaks Golf Course.
You got that all one deal, Miles.
We did it. We're getting thumbs up that we got it right. It's a mouthful, but we're here. I'm dialed in, Charlie.
Dialed in. I can tell you're dialed in, Miles. You got that right energy.
We're at a golf course. You love golf, Charlie.
Yeah. So the thing about that, Miles, is I enjoy the game of golf for approximately 3.5 holes.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You just need to find yourself a 3-hole loop.
I know.
We got one of those in Fargo.
Do you?
The next time we'll have to go play the 3-hole loop.
I'd love a 3-hole loop. Like that'd be a game changer for me.
Does it stress you out that they have 45 holes at this golf course?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
2 18s and a 9er.
Oh geez. Do people play? What's the most number of holes you play at golf in a day?
So a lot of times people play 36.
No.
That's what, 10 times as many holes as you'd like to play?
Yeah. Yep. I've caddied 36 before. I've done a double header.
Double header. Quite literally. You're on the bag for 2 rounds.
Well, a 2-bagger is where you're carrying 2 bags.
Have you done that?
Double bagger. Yeah. I haven't done that. No, I got out of the game before I was big enough to do a double bagger.
Thank God.
Yeah. I think you got to be at least like 15 to do a double bagger.
Yeah.
They try doing them the younger, but they just tip over, so you got to be at least sturdy enough.
Then you're just dragging. You're not even carrying.
Yeah, you're dragon bagging.
So, Charlie, would you say summer's over? I'd say summer's over.
I wouldn't. I would say summer ends when it ends on the calendar, not when we go back to school.
What is that, in like a week?
It's the 25th.
Yeah. Summer's almost over, Charlie.
Okay, almost, yes. Yes, it is.
What'd you learn this summer? I'm very curious to know what Charlie learned this summer.
You know, Miles, thank you for asking. I learned that you can catch a muskie on nothing but a bobber and a bare hook.
Really?
Yeah.
You did that.
I didn't. My cousin Tom did it. Yeah. But he was whipping this bobber. First of all, I was doing work. Okay. I was working and he was not helping me. And he's like, do you need any help back there? And I was like, no, but I said no in a way that I should need some work. Anyway, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
That's
kind of a passive aggressive like your dad would do. You learned that one from your dad.
Yeah. No, I
don't need any help back here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah. I was, what I was doing? I was clearing the pine needles off the roof and in the gutters. I was like, yeah, no, I can hold the ladder myself. Yeah. That's exactly what I said. So
I can catch myself if I fall off the roof. Don't worry. I have super strong wrists. It should be fine.
So anyways, he's catching perch off the dock and he's whipping this bobber and hook through the weeds. And then all of a sudden he realizes he doesn't have bait anymore. And so he's just pulling at it. He thinks he doesn't have bait. That doesn't exactly line up, whatever. He's pulling this rig through the deal and a muskie just hit it and he caught himself.
And I bet he's never letting you hear the end of it.
Oh, the whole weekend. I mean, by the way, this is a great video. Guy who just caught a muskie because he's just on the phone with everybody, repeating the same facts. Yeah, got it off a bobber and a bare hook.
Every single person he talks to, it gets even crazier and crazier.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even have a bobber by the end,
I mean, there is actually a video of me going to fetch this muskie because he says, Charlie, it's a muskie. And I bolted, because we didn't have nets down there. We weren't intending to catch it. It was panfish. So I had to run in the basement. I had to grab a net and ran out there. And I'll tell you, when there's a muskie on, I run like a scared schoolgirl. I was just, prancing out there and I got it. We got it in. Yeah. Nice. Ask me how many inches.
How many inches?
I've caught bigger walleye, but it was pretty cool.
But it was a fish.
It was a muskie, man. It was really cool. So that's what I learned this summer. Miles, what'd you learn this summer?
I learned that I can have all the plans in the world, and then you have a child, and you don't have any plans at all.
Go out the window. So that...
You are now on this miniature human schedule.
Are you...
I was driving to Minneapolis from Fargo yesterday. Usually, a 3 hour 15 ride? Took us almost 5.5 hours.
Wow.
Yep.
Because you stop and
he starts
you can't
fussing.
feed on the road, right?
Yeah, it's frowned upon to be feeding in the car seat, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Plus, if he's crying, you got to console him and all of that. And so it's feed him, put him in the car seat. Let's go as far as we can until he starts freaking out again. And what sucks is Ann did the same trip the weekend before. They only had to stop once and all the way through. And then I show up this weekend, and all of a sudden he decides it's going to be funny to make a stop a bunch of times.
I think you're adding that mad dad energy into the thing. He can sense it, and he knows he's just trying to twist.
For Christ's sake, would you quit crying back there? And he's like,
He's twisting on you, huh?
Yeah.
A little bit. Well,
I'm starting to, I'm only 3 months into this, and I'm starting to understand my dad every day a little bit more and more.
Because you multiply that car ride times 300, So do you have any tips now that you're kind of an expert, or at least a novice, for new dads out there about to approach their first long distance car ride with their child? Any quick tips? Feed them right before you leave, and then just get in there and go as far as you can. I don't recommend speeding, but try and go as fast as you can. It is a ticking time bomb. Have you ever seen MacGruber? Yeah.
trying to decide, it's like that, So MacGruber. Also having the wife sit in the back seat, kind of like you're chauffeuring.
Oh yeah, like you're
so
Ubering?
If my kid loves just spitting out the pacifier. I swear to God, he's got a competition with himself, see how far he can spit it across the room. And so if you can have someone putting that back in, it can buy you an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes in the car. So those are my 2 tips.
Yeah.
Grip and rip, and have the old ball and chain in the back seat, making sure he's happy.
You would think that with all the advancements in technology, there'd be a binky that kind of walks its way back into the mouth.
They do make things that they're weighted, like a clip-on thing, so that if it falls out, it doesn't fall all over the place. But yeah. And I think it's pretty frowned upon to just strap the pacifier to his head like a chin strap.
I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they call a ball gag, and I don't think that they recommend that in the child community.
Yeah,
definitely not. I do not recommend that.
That would be a funny product you try pushing though. The Quadra strap binky.
Yeah. Well, you just almost put a helmet on him. Looks like Aaron Rodgers' one strap thing, but just goes over his mouth. And then it's all right, buddy, time to eat. And you take it, and then you strap it to the other side.
He gets mad. It's just,
I'm hungry.
I love that. Well, that's great, man.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I'm figuring I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it is fine. I'll talk to you after your drive home and see if it's still fine. Well, perfect. Hey, should we take some callers?
Let's do it.
What do you think?
Let's do it. Welcome to the Bellied Up Podcast. Hello. Who are we talking to, and what would you like to get off your chest today?
Hey, it's Nora. And I work front desk at a hotel, so I just wanted to rant a little bit on the stupid things that people do.
Okay. Well, Charlie and I, we go to a lot of hotels in our lifestyle. So we may or may not have been an offender of some of these. So throw it at us. What do you got?
When people come up to the desk and they're like, hey, I'm here to check in. And I'm like, okay, what's your last name? And they start saying I have a reservation here. I'm like, no, what's your last name? And they keep going back and forth. And then they're like, oh, I have a confirmation number. I'm like, no, I asked for your last name. And they just keep going back and forth with me. That's pretty annoying.
So people will just show up. You'll ask for a last name and they refuse to give it to you. Are they afraid that you are working for the government and they're trying to stay off the grid or something? Why is that happening?
I don't know. People refuse to show me their ID, and then they get mad at me when I won't check them in, which is
really
very frustrating. I get into fights with people all the time about this.
Those, I believe, are your traveling drug dealers.
Yes,
I think I have a feeling.
Do they ask if they can pay in cash as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get a few of those too.
What's been the weirdest check-in interaction you've ever had?
So at one of my old I've worked at a few different properties. One of the old ones, we found out later that there was like a prostitution ring and everything going on. And the guy kept asking me like if like the cops come to like check out the property a lot. And we all thought that was like really weird, me and my coworker. And he also showed us like a credit card that was not his name at all. And like, I didn't want to check him in, but he was with like my colleague and she was newer. So she checked him in, but he was like very buggy the whole time. And then like, long story short, he ended up like going to the market, took like 5 different drinks and everything. And he like opened up 3 of them, drank out of them, and then put them back in the market, and then went to the room that my colleague checked into.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what we call Charlie sampling. He just wanted to taste, and then he decided.
Why not?
You can't fully commit to a Powerade. Yeah, exactly. You got to have a little. You guys should really have. When you go to a bar and it's like microbrews and it's like, would you like a sampler of that? You guys should have that with the Powerade thing. Something to consider.
Something to consider. You might be onto something. What other rants you got? What else you got on your list?
Oh, people don't understand incidental fees, like security holds at hotels. So, like, they'll come up to the desk and they're like, so I booked a room for this amount. And like, I know with taxes, it's going to be like another $20 or so. Like, you guys overcharge, because the hotel I currently work at, the incidental fee is like $50 a night. They're like, you overcharged me $100. And I try to explain them, like, it's just a hold, it'll go back after. And then they like start a fight, always ask for a manager and all of that. And that's just like another thing that like bugs the heck out of me.
Oh, when they ask for a manager, is that it? Like, you don't like that they're like immediately going over you just because you have to put the mandatory hotel hold on?
Just like the fact that people they're accusing us of like stealing their money, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, they don't understand what the incidental
it's frustrating
fee
going
is.
back and forth. Yeah, they just don't understand it, and they're like, you guys are overcharging us, and then they'll go and like write a review that like the hotel like overcharged them, and then they'll call back, like even if they like finally understand what it is, they'll call back the next day after checkout and be like, so the money didn't come back to my account, like you guys took it. And like, it's just very frustrating.
You know, I do kind of relate with them a little bit. Like, why can't you guys just charge it if we take something? You know, what are you doing with that money during those 2 days?
You already have the credit card info. You can charge it later.
Well, I think that what the hotels are doing are holding this $50, Miles, and it's like a kind of a, not a pyramid scheme, but like a ramp scheme, because everybody's putting it down $50 hold. They invest it, and over time, they're making so much more money on these $50 holds.
Because at any given time, they may have $10,000 of just incidentals over the weekend, depending on how many rooms they got.
Yeah,
they're just putting that in the market.
Yes, they're playing with other people's money. You know, that's my beef with that. The nice thing about this is we're on opposite ends of the hotel desk. Every rant you got, we probably got an equally opposite rant. Yeah. You know, we can go tit for tat.
Yeah,
here.
I totally understand, but that incidental money is going towards my bar tab. So
we got it wrong.
I got to pay for my drink somehow. You know,
that's actually not a bad scheme.
Yeah, that's perfect. All right, what else you got on that list?
Oh, so I work at a hotel like about like an hour away from like Newark Airport, LaGuardia, and like Philadelphia. I'm like kind of like in the middle, and people are like, this isn't like really super frustrating, but like we have a website and people will call and be like, so do you guys have a shuttle to and from the airport? And we're clearly not an airport hotel. It just gets like really annoying.
Can I ask you an unrelated question? What are you guys typing when we first give you our ID? Like, you guys type for a long time.
Are you guys writing notes about like this guy, you know, clearly hasn't slept in 3 days?
Yeah.
You might have to keep an eye on him. He may be stealing stuff from the market. Like, are you guys writing notes for the cops or something?
Yeah.
I mean, we do have a tracker. If you're a part of like loyalty programs, there is a way for all of us to track you and report like your activity to other hotels.
What? Come on. I'm part of 2 loyalty programs. What hotel do you work at?
Yeah. So we can keep track on you guys.
What do you see?
You guys know when I'm taking a crap? Like, if I'm on the toilet or no?
We keep that very down low. No. But we know, like, when you guys, like, do, like, any complaints people make. We know when people, like, destroy rooms. We know what people, like, typically, like, trying to, like, impress the guests, I guess. Like, they, like, other hotels will report, like, what people typically like, allergies, stuff like that. So, like, we have a whole rundown on the guests.
So how do we game that system? Like, how do people with that, like, what can we say to get better rooms? Do we say, like, can you do an upgrade? And then you write in your thing, this guy likes upgrades, give him an upgrade. Is that how that works?
I mean, it can work like that, but typically I don't upgrade people who always ask for upgrades.
Who do you upgrade?
People who are very nice and very, like, nonchalant about, like, their status, or, like, if they are just, like, if I ask them, like, oh, it brings you to the area, and they're like, oh, we're celebrating, like, an anniversary or birthday. I always try to upgrade those people.
So the best way to get a hotel upgrade, Charlie, is act like you don't want a hotel upgrade.
Yeah.
Just kind of walk up and just be like, hands in your pocket, maybe doing a little bit of whistling. Just like, yeah, I'd love to check in. I mean, like, if you got a room, sure, I'll take one.
It's kind of
whatever.
I'm here celebrating my anniversary and birthday today, and no big deal, Happy birthday to me.
Exactly. You gotta ask nonchalant,
Okay.
Maybe flirt with the front desk guy a little bit,
Mm-hmm. I like it. Well, we appreciate you calling in today. I'm glad you're able to get that off your chest. We'll try to take what you said, and maybe you take a little bit of our advice.
Miles, can I ask one more question before we let her go?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just real quick want to ask you, when you guys say you're not doing the sheets every day for environmental reasons, is that true, or do you guys just not want to do the sheets every day? Which, by the way, I respect both answers.
If I told you that, I would have to kill you.
Okay. Wow. So that
I'm
is
just kidding. No. It's just like linen services. We don't want to do that every day. It's expensive.
Correct. Yeah. It's saving money. Yeah.
Why do you wrap the plastic cups
more
in
of a money
plastic?
saver.
Why do you wrap the cups in plastic? Like, our brains are 5%.
Get that answer for a while.
You've been trying to get that answer for a while?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it either.
Yeah, it's like we're trying to save the environment, so we're not doing linens, but we'll just wrap everything in plastic and then throw it away in the garbage that ends up in the ocean.
And then ends up in our brains. Yeah. Our brains have like the highest concentration of plastic in our whole body. All the human brains, our balls have plastic in them. And it's largely because hotels are wrapping plastic cups in plastic.
Don't speak for my balls.
Oh, your balls have plastic, dude. Every ball on this planet has plastic in it. Look it up, guys. Anyways, This has been really wonderful. It's nice to get the exchange on the other end of the hotel deal, since most of us are just walking up to you. So,
yeah, thanks for calling in today.
Yeah, thanks for taking your time out of your day to talk to me, and I hope you guys have a great time listening to people's rants.
Thank you very much. Yours was wonderful. We'll see you soon.
Well, Charlie, I'm glad that we were able to uncover the conspiracy and get a real answer. They're not servicing your room every other day for environmental reasons.
Oh, hell no. But I love that they bought the plaque to put on your deal.
Yes.
All the money they saved in not doing the sheets, they bought those plaques. So, money, it's just energy, Miles. It's just energy.
Sure. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but
look it up.
Take another caller.
Look it up.
Hi, this is Nick.
Nick, how you doing, my guy? What's on your mind? What's your rant? Let us hear it.
I didn't think I was gonna get through. This is awesome. So it's like I got this girlfriend, right? And for some reason she likes to FaceTime me like every minute possible. And it's just like I don't want to listen to like your Dunkin' order that got messed up. I don't care about that. You know what I mean?
I think that you are every man with a significant other. That's a rant I think we all have.
I will say the technology, man, it's a different level. It used to be a phone call. Text, kind of got a break from the phone call for a while.
Yep.
But then the FaceTime, if she's FaceTiming you that much, I don't think she trusts you a whole lot, personally. But that's a whole other situation.
Well, no, because my wife does the same thing. She'll just text me. She doesn't FaceTime me, thank God. Condolences to Nick here. But she'll just text me, be like, I had a bagel for breakfast.
Really?
And then she'll be like, I'm watching TV, or I ran an errand to the gas station.
And that's it?
It's just boom, boom, boom. And I don't even have to respond. They just keep coming in.
Oh, so she's one of them one-line texters.
Oh, yeah.
There are people who texting like just one lines, and then people who like do a whole paragraph,
And Nick, what's so wrong with her FaceTiming you every other minute?
It's like on my commute to work, I drive far for work. It's about like an hour, So it's like when I'm exhausted, I'm working outside all day, and I get in the car, I just want to listen to my podcast, listen to my music. But no, it's just like as soon as she knows I'm in the car, bang, I get a call, and it's like I'm just sitting there, and it just makes me more tired on my drive back. Like I'm sitting in traffic, that's making me tired. Now I'm listening to her, and it's like, well, now I'm about to fall asleep. And it's like that's where it's like too much.
I think we've uncovered maybe the deeper issue here, my guy. I think you might be in the wrong relationship. What do you think about that?
I've thought about it.
It's like he's like, honestly, I would ask you to marry me, but you just call me way too much, and it makes me want to gouge my eyes out.
If your girlfriend is
Pretty
constantly,
much, man, I'm definitely waiting.
You're definitely well. If she's constantly putting your life in danger by putting you to sleep while driving, I feel like you could just not answer. What would happen if you just didn't answer?
Yeah, then she'd text me, and then like I'd rather call than text. But I don't like being on my phone. But sometimes I'll be like, hey, like my mom's calling me real quick, and I call you back, and I hang up, listen to like songs for like about 10, 15 minutes, and then like muster up enough energy to call her back, and then I'll call her back.
He's like he's like listening to like motivational speeches just to stay awake and like work up the courage to call her back. You're like, you got this.
Did she when she calls, like does she ever say anything of interest to you?
No, never. Not one thing. No.
Wow. So give us like a list of like what are the main 5 things she's calling you about? What is she dumping on you at the end of your workday?
So I'd say the main thing is how like her day went. She's a teacher, so she'll say, "Oh my God, you'll never believe like what happened in the classroom. This kid did this, and I said this, and then he laughed." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then it's like, "Oh, well, this teacher said this about me. Like, I'm so excited." I'm like, "Oh, good job." And she's like, "Yeah, but like blah blah blah," and like go into like gossip with it. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then she'll say like how her Dunkin' order was messed up again, and then it's just like the repetitive kind of thing, and it just puts me to sleep.
Well, what you need to start doing, what you should start doing is just getting ahead of it. You answer a phone, you just go, "Wow, I can't believe that student did that today. I can't believe that teacher said that about you. God, Dunkin' sucks because they get your order wrong. All right, honey, well, I'll see you when I get home. Bye." Just get ahead of everything.
Yeah,
I've tried it one time.
And how did that go?
Go ahead. It didn't go well. She thought that I wasn't listening to her or to give her a chance to yap, and I just told her that I already know what you're gonna say. I was like, "Did I say everything that you were gonna say?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "There you go." I got ahead of it.
I think there's really 2 issues here. There's the one issue of FaceTiming when you don't want to be FaceTiming, but then also I feel like you got some kinks to work out in this relationship. Are you guys good when you're in person or no?
Well, yeah, when we're in person, we're good. We joke around together. We have a good time. And she's always on the TikTok thing. And it's like, sometimes I just take her phone and shut it off on her. But other than that, yeah, we're pretty good in person.
Yeah. Other than stealing her property and making her do something else, things are going well in the relationship.
I was on this.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on a FaceTime call where she's like cooking or something and she puts the phone down and the phone is just facing the ceiling, so you're just talking to a ceiling for 10 minutes?
That usually happens when she's in the bathroom. She doesn't cook, which that's also another issue I got to train her on. But
Train her on. Oh
Wow.
my God. I don't
I
think
gotta
that's
train her how to cook.
I don't think that's the right mentality.
Are you close to your girlfriend right now?
No. I went to get a haircut and she's off running errands.
Okay. The way you said no sounds like yeah. She's in the next room, but you don't want that to happen.
So okay, here's a
No, I'm sitting in
question.
my truck. I'm good.
You called into our podcast today. You seem like you got a lot of energy going on. What's the difference between talking to us on the phone and talking to her on the phone?
You guys are more enjoyable to talk to. It's like I talk to her every day. I don't know. You guys are. This is my first time speaking to you guys, and
Okay.
like I don't know. It's
Well,
just different.
Then why don't every time you just imagine that you're talking to Charlie and I?
Yeah. Just don't carry that over to other aspects of your
do that.
relationship.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
You might not be able to perform, if you know what I mean. Or maybe you would perform better. I don't know. I don't want to judge.
I mean, I could try it out and let you guys know next time. But yeah, she just doesn't bring the same energy as you guys. She's more monotone.
oh, so that's the deal.
So it goes like this. Hi. Yeah, work today was kind of
Yeah.
crazy. This one kid, Dylan threw spitballs at the wall again. Does it sound like that?
Exactly like that. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what did you do?
I don't know. I might be a little bit on your side because that was boring. I mean, I'm guessing the listeners that are listening to this, they tuned
That's what
out.
I'm
They
saying.
probably shut the podcast off when I started doing that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an actual solution to help you, and I know you were just calling into rant. Have you ever thought about breaking your forward-facing camera on your phone? Just like a little like chisel and a hammer real quick, and then you're done with FaceTime calls just like that.
I thought you were going to go a different route and just break up with her.
I thought you were too. I thought you were going to say break up with her.
I mean, you could do that, but if you're still gonna, actually, that's a better idea right there. You save yourself the phone. That's perfect. Or you could break
Save
her
myself the phone, the money.
Yeah.
I could break her phone.
No, don't do that. That's not. Just break up with her.
But then I got to pay for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you think this relationship's gonna work? It's sounding like a disaster to me.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we're still young to figure that out. I'm 23, so I'm not worried about it. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, oh well.
Yeah.
Smart.
Maybe you just find someone you want to FaceTime with, and then start there. How does that sound?
And that's what life's about, Charlie. Find someone that you're happy to FaceTime with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
And want to listen to. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you calling in, my guy.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and good luck with your gal, and thank you for sharing the rant.
I get it. It's mine. I don't get FaceTime, but Ann will text me a lot during the day, and I'll be in meetings or shooting a video or something, and then I open my phone and I got 36 unread messages, and you think something's wrong. But no, it's just a journal, It's just like it's a ledger of what she did throughout the day. And if that makes her happy, that makes her happy, Charlie.
Does she get mad if you don't text her back?
At first, but then she realized that this is my life now. So
Oh, yeah. You know what? That would have been good advice for that guy. He's setting the wrong precedent by opening up the FaceTime.
yeah, I should have just never answered.
Yeah, because then she'll find out if she needs that FaceTime, the truth will set you free.
Yeah,
So anyway, should we take another caller?
let's do it.
Hey, are you getting hurt? That's bad. But dealing with all that paperwork and insurance nonsense?
I hate paperwork,
For crying
Charlie.
out loud.
I
Forget about it.
absolutely hate paperwork. I mean, I think I'd rather get thrown in the Fargo movie wood chipper than do paperwork.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather do paperwork than that, Miles, but still not preferred. Anyways, that's where Nicolay
But if you do get thrown in a wood chipper, call Nicolay Law.
Yeah. Hey, you're pretty injured, so you are going to want to give them a buzz, okay? Making sure those insurance companies don't try to pull a fast one on you and say, that's how the wood chipper was supposed to work. No, if you're injured, Just get Nicolay. They've got offices all over the Midwest, North Dakota, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, you name it. And here's the best part. If they don't win, you don't pay. How's that for Midwest fare?
I agree.
Give them a call. Need help after an injury? Call Nicolay Law 1-855-NICOLAY or visit NicolayLaw.com. They'll take on the stress so you don't have to.
I love myself an ice cold glass of Tippy Cow, and that's what we got here today. My question to you, Charlie, is which is your favorite flavor between the vanilla, the mint, the chocolate, the orange cream? What's your favorite, Charlie?
Miles, I'm going to throw you a little curveball here. I like to mix them. Okay, I like going the chocolate, and I like going the mint.
Kind of a grasshopper
A
feel.
little bit of a grasshopper. Tastes like St. Patty's Day, you know. St. Patty's Day every day. That's what I like. That's what I like about Tippy Cow, though. Whatever you like, whatever your pizzazz, you can figure it out, you know? Yeah. How about yours?
My favorite is the one I'm drinking right now, the vanilla soft serve. It just tastes like I am drinking ice cream in a glass. Plus, you get a little bit, it just makes you feel real good. Sometimes when I eat ice cream, regular ice cream, I don't feel so good afterwards, but I never have that sensation with the vanilla soft serve Tippy Cow. So, guys, if you'd love to have a delicious, creamy treat in your glass and feel good, you got to get yourself Tippy Cow. Tip it on back, Charlie.
Tip it on back. Tip it on back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, this is Aaron.
Aaron, nice to meet you. What do you want to get off your chest today?
Yeah, well, I would love to belly up to the bar, but I can't. I'm on house arrest.
Hate it when that happens.
Hey, sorry. Not what do you want to get off your chest today? What do you want to get off your ankle today?
Well, I'd love to get this damn thing off my ankle, but according to the courts, I can't.
Yeah, what does it itch? I've always been wanting to ask someone with an ankle bracelet, is it itchy or is it you just get used to it after a while, kind of like wearing a wedding ring?
So that the wand that you use to clean your dishes with, just use that and get right under it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hey,
Okay.
do you think when we're done with this call, can you try taking that thing off with WD-40? Because I got to know if that's another use for that beautiful substance.
I could try, but the cops will show up and then bad things will happen.
Just put it on your dog.
All right, well, we got to ask, what'd you do? What did you do?
Yeah, it was a DUI second offense.
Oh,
What? Where do you live? Do you guys not have Uber there? What's going on? Let's get you right.
We do. I'm from I'm from Stoughton, Wisconsin.
Oh, geez. Yeah, Wisconsin has some pretty lax drinking and driving laws. Not the best thing. Do you not have a bike?
I do, but I'd wipe out on that and get a third one. So why would I do that?
Well, you only hurt yourself if you're on a bike, you know, or the squirrel
That's
you
true.
might hit.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's better than getting in a motorized vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah, your speed is
very true,
limited
very
to
true.
how fast you can bike drunk.
That's my next question is have you learned your lesson? Is not being able to leave your house been enough of a lesson for you, or what? Where are you at mentally?
Well, yeah, I think I did. My first offense, I was kind of younger, so didn't have the maturity. This time around, it stings. You have to do actual jail time, and so that's not fun. But my job doesn't care, so I can still go to work.
What is jail like?
Not fun, not clean. Yeah, the maids are not very nice.
You mean the prison guards?
Yeah, the prison guards, Charlie. Thank you.
Is that what it's called in prison? You just call the prison guards maids?
Pretty much, yeah.
How many days you got to be in jail
Pretty much.
for?
So I'm actually I don't have to sit in real jail, but I have to do 3 months on house arrest. So I don't actually have to go to real jail.
Wait, so did you go to real jail?
No, because when I got arrested, they let my mom pick me up at the station. Stoughton doesn't have a jail; we just have a building.
Got it.
And so they let my mom come pick me up.
So you went to jail light. Like if it was a beer, it would be called jail light.
Not jail genuine draft.
Yeah, jail light, sure.
Yeah. And
Yeah, no, it was not Guinness. No, it wasn't dark.
What? And your mom picked you up from jail? What did she have to say for it to you?
She wasn't happy, but she wasn't surprised either, I guess.
How many DUIs does your mom have?
0.
Okay.
She should have like 8 of them, but
Oh, jeez.
no.
Folks.
Well, hey, back in the 80s, they didn't fucking do anything. You could just get a DUI and they'd say, "Hey, get in the back. We'll give you a ride home." Yeah, back when Charlie was around, you know.
Was that an old joke?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because you're fucking old. That's why.
God, I feel like you're getting aggressive now that you're not drinking. Jeez. Are you drinking?
Hey,
right
I'm
now?
stuck at home. Of course I'm aggressive.
Okay, let it out, man. What else is going on? What do you hate about staying at home?
This is the most social interaction I get. So I'm glad you guys actually answered the phone. I didn't know what I was going to do.
What I am kind of happy about is go ahead, keep going. What else are you mad about?
Well, that's my question. So of course the advice that I've gotten is, hey, there's Netflix. You can watch Netflix all day. Hey, you can do housework, all that crap. I want some creative advice from Miles You Betcha Guy and Charlie Berens.
Well,
What could I do to occupy 3 months?
yeah, I mean, on the Netflix show, you could watch Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah, I could.
Shawshank Redemption is on there too.
Yeah. There's also what's the one called? They're in prison and they break out of it. What is it called?
Prison Break.
Prison Break.
There
Yeah, you can
go.
watch that show.
That's a good one.
Also, have you ever watched the movie Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf?
Yes. That's when I got arrested, that was the first thing I thought of. Is, I want to be like Shia LaBeouf now.
Yes.
Awesome.
So are you creeping on your neighbors or no?
Yeah, I think he's a serial killer. I got my binoculars and my fucking telescope ready.
Oh,
He's kind of a creepy guy.
Hey, you just hit 2 creative things you can start doing: bird watching, and by the way,
Stargazing.
Stargazing. We now need to restart the counter for number of podcasts Charlie has gone without mentioning bird watching. So creative ideas. What do you have you sorted out all the junk drawers in the house?
Well, it's Wisconsin, Charlie, and also it's my grandparents' house that I own now. So there's drawers that I didn't know existed have shit in them.
Have you found anything?
I'm working on it.
Have you found anything a little weird that they left behind?
Yeah, I found Corbel bottles that have that were from like the Bush administration. So that's kind of weird.
Does it taste the same?
My grandma likes Corbel a lot. I didn't taste them, Charlie.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go out on the limb and say maybe just stay away from the Corbel bottles for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should.
Have you quit drinking now that it's gotten you into trouble twice?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I'm not drinking now because I have to blow in a little machine every now and then. But before I got house arrest, I just started walking down to the bars, and it's all good. I just can't drive a car.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you just sell your car? Then you just eliminate that possibility altogether.
Zero temptation.
Well, I still got to drive to work. I got to drive to Madison for work.
Take the train.
But they make a machine for that. You got a machine that you blow into your truck, and you can drive your truck when you're, as long as you blow a test.
So right now, in order to drive when you get off to house arrest, you have to blow into your car. What machine do you have to blow into now? I just want to give people sort of an idea of what it's like if you get caught drinking and driving, what you got to deal with.
Yeah, it's called a scram. So basically, it's a device that's plugged into my house, and it's all like Wi-Fi connected to the Dane County Jail, and it goes off, and there's a little camera on it. So you blow, it shines a light, takes a picture of your face, and you just blow for 3 seconds, and then as long as you're sober, it just says goodbye, and then it goes off before I go to work, after I go to work, and then 2 more times in the afternoon.
I mean, that's kind of sweet, actually.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of slick.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
So you are not drinking. You've been sober ever since you went on house arrest. Then.
Yeah, what's it like being sober?
It sucks. It sucks. I'm watching the Alabama-Wisconsin game, which is a complete fucking blowout, and I'm sober, and I hate it.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. Yeah, I'm trying to watch it. We're filming in Minnesota. I can't see that game, but what's the score?
4210.
Jeez.
Well, Charlie's gonna
Where
start
are you guys at,
drinking.
Minnesota?
We're north of Minneapolis in Ham Lake, Minnesota.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, why don't you come on?
Yeah,
never
come
mind.
visit you guys, but
Yeah, why don't you head on over to the bar?
yeah. Well, like Charlie said, I guess I could put it on my dog. You know, you don't leave the house.
So you're on house arrest. What are the things they let you out of the house for? Work? Can you go like get groceries and stuff, or what do they let you out of the house for?
Yeah, you get 2 hours a week for grocery shopping, and then any appointments. So like doctor's appointment, dentist, auto appointments. If I gotta get my truck fixed, I can leave the house for that.
Hey, there you go. Doctor's appointments. You start making like 3 chiropractor appointments a week.
That doesn't count.
No, it's not a real doctor appointment.
Sorry, chiropractors. Go
Well,
blow.
I was thinking about joining a Catholic church because, you know, I could go to church every week. They can't discriminate against that, right?
Could you imagine the looks that he's going to get at church showing up with an ankle bracelet? You're going to want to wear pants to church. Otherwise, you're going to be getting some dirty looks.
I'll get my white church pants out that I haven't worn in 10 years. Yep.
He starts joining all the religions, you know? This is how he finds God.
Hey, Pastor, I got a lot to get off my chest. Do you have a minute or maybe an hour?
No, you got a
3
lot
hours?
to get off your ankle. That's what.
Yeah. I got some stuff to get off my ankle. Hey, can I have some of that communion wine? I'd
Yeah.
like some wine, please.
Uh-oh. Well,
You know?
be careful. You're going to have to take a long walk home before you blow in that machine in your house.
Well, that's okay.
Do they, I forgot, Miles asked this before. Do they not have Ubers over by you?
No, they do. They do,
Well,
actually. I was a moron. I didn't use it. I was also really hammered, so I just, you know.
Oh. So you knew you were drunk and you just did it anyway, or were you so drunk you didn't know what you're doing?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. A lot of carelessness on my part, yeah. And now that all this has happened, I understand, and I think that I won't do it again. But
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to hold you to that. We're going to call you and say, when do you get off of house arrest?
December 29th, right before New Year's.
Oh,
So
my
that'll be
God,
fun.
that's terrible. Why did
Christmas
they
is
should've-
at your house this year.
They should have done it January 1st.
Hey,
What are they doing?
Yeah. Oh, my mom made that a point. She already brought over that fake Christmas tree and the turkey. So Thanksgiving and Christmas at my house. You know. So yeah, you guys. Why don't you guys belly up to my Thanksgiving table? You know, turkey's on me. Just leave your alcohol at the door, or actually at the street, because it can't be on my property.
Oh.
What a fun Thanksgiving. No alcohol. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
So did you
Yeah,
have,
right. Yeah, my family's gonna hate me.
so you can't have any alcohol in your house? Do you have to get rid of all those old Corbels?
Yep, I had to get rid of all that. I had to get rid of my hunting gun. I can't go hunting this year, Charlie.
Hey, I love how he said that he found those bottles, but in reality, it was just a police officer that found all of the bottles.
Do they search your deal?
He wasn't. Oh yeah. They go through the house. He found. Well, there was a Busch Light can in the garbage, and he goes, "Am I going to find any more of these?" And I said, "Nope. I drank them all last week. You won't find any more." So yeah.
Well, we appreciate you
But,
calling
you
in
know-
today. I know that you want to talk to us for
appreciate you taking the
longer
call.
because you're sitting at home by yourself, but we got some more callers we got to get to.
Oh, I'm fucking stir crazy. There's only so many stories I can tell my goddamn cat. Okay, before even he walks away.
We'll send you a
It's
bellied up
crazy.
laser pointer
It's
for
crazy.
both of you to enjoy the next 3 months. But we're glad you
That would
learned
be
your
awesome.
lesson.
That'll actually go a long way.
All right. We're glad you learned your lesson. Stay off the roads while you're drinking and watch for deer.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
man.
We'll see
Good to
you
meet
soon.
you. Good to talk to you, Miles. Awesome. Thanks for taking the call.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye.
Folks, this is a great time. We now have an example of what happens if you drink and drive. Don't do it. You don't need to. There's all sorts of other options out there. Don't end up like him.
Yeah. You can do Uber. You can walk. Walking is probably the best choice. You
Unless
know?
it's negative 20 out.
Yeah.
Then get an Uber.
Get a friend.
Call your mom. His mom picked him up from jail. Why didn't his mom just give him a ride home from the bar?
You know, if you get a little too drunk at the bar, you call your mom. It's kind of cute. She gets a little
It's the
upset.
highlight of her week, Charlie.
She can talk to you about your relationship, what your plans are with that gal. And instead, if she's picking you up from the slammer, well, that's a whole other conversation, and you better be prepared to make Thanksgiving dinner for everyone. So, and thankfully, it didn't hurt anybody. So, anyways, there's the PSA. All right, should we take another caller?
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm Jorge, and we currently have a squirrel problem.
Okay.
You got squirrel problems. I feel bad for you, son. You got 99 problems and a nut ain't one. See what I did there, Jorge? Tell us about your squirrels, my guy. What's up?
I'll have my girlfriend actually talk about it.
Yeah, so I live in a rental house. Yeah, I know, he's putting me on the spot here. Anyway, but live in a rental house in a little city called Duluth, Minnesota. And they have literally infiltrated our entire backyard, our house, everything. They sit on our roof, and I don't know if you've ever heard of like a squirrel chirp before, but
beautiful.
they basically are just like screaming. It's so great. But the biggest problem is with our trash. So they have chewed a hole into our trash can, and they basically live in there now. And so whenever you take the trash out, you have to kick the bin a couple of times to like make sure they're not in there anymore. It's really bad. So
do you have names for them?
Okay, well there's this one. Okay, it's not very creative, but he's huge, so we just call him Fatty.
He's the one that lives in the garbage can.
Yeah, he's like mooching off of our trash.
Yeah.
So it's bad. Sometimes we'll like go out to take our trash out, and if you forget to kick the bin, and like you open it up, they'll jump at you.
Well, I mean, they are. I've had rats. I one time I was cleaning my garage, and this wasn't a squirrel, but I was opening a gun case because I have fishing poles in the gun case, and there was a rat that had built a nest in there, and it jumped at me, and that is scary. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they're ferocious.
Are your squirrels in the house?
No, but they've come close a couple of times. So since we're live so far up north in Minnesota, they don't have AC in any of the houses, so we keep our windows open, and they use the screens to like climb up, and they have put a few little holes in the screens, and we're scared that one day we're going to walk into our house and just see some furry friends in our living room.
Oh yeah, they've been casing that place. I'll tell you that much. And these squirrels, when it comes to food, they mean business. I was golfing this one time, and I had nuts in my bag, and I went up to putt. I came back, a squirrel was chewing through my bag to get to the nuts. They are.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a solution to this, I got two things to say: BB gun and scope. Have you ever eaten squirrel?
I have not, but it sounds like I might have to start.
It's delicious. Yeah, you put a stick on it and kind of do it rotisserie style.
Oh, you're doing rotisserie style.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were going to do like a stew of some sort.
Well, you could do a stew. There are a lot of different. Jared, can we pull up some squirrel recipes to give them? And this is a very eco-friendly way to eat. You know, it's a well-populated species. Sounds like some of them have been fatted. You could have that fatty.
They're basically corn-fed squirrels.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, this could be a delicacy. You guys are missing an opportunity. If you could have the first squirrel food truck in Duluth, I think you guys might murder it. Endless supply.
Quite literally, they're murdering it. Yeah.
I think we could.
Team up like extermination.
Yeah, there we go. We team up with the exterminator, take them out. We also have a food dehydrator, so we can serve them different ways.
Yeah, maybe squirrel jerky.
Ooh,
Squirrel jerky.
Yeah.
I like the idea though of tissy squirrel, rotisserie squirrel. You just sprinkle a little Lowry's on there, and it's going to be yeah.
Oh,
it is good.
Oh yeah,
especially if they're well fed with your trash, you guys.
Charlie, what would be a good name for their rotisserie squirrel food truck?
Squirtisserie. That could have a couple meanings though. Yeah.
You?
Nuts and more. Wait, what did you say?
Nuts and more is a good one.
We also sell like caramelized nuts.
Yeah, there you go.
as dessert.
Yeah, the dessert.
Yeah, I mean,
Candied
honestly,
nuts.
So this is what I'm thinking for a whole business plan here, is that we can like use the squirrels in two ways. Obviously, like we have them for food that we sell at our food truck, but since they collect the nuts for them, we can make like little worker hats, and then so they work for us as well.
Yeah, free labor.
This is perfect.
Nike's
what
been
I'm
taking
saying.
advantage of that for a long time. It's a great business plan.
Well, then you got to get the juvenile squirrels working.
As I check to make sure I'm not wearing anything Nike.
I mean, there's enough to go around. We can start. we can start
There's a
saying, like, the
nut
amount
to
that
go
we have.
around. Is that what you just said?
That's a great name for the truck.
That is. There's a nut to go around. Oh,
That's
man.
perfect.
Now, PETA is going to be pissed about this, but I also think
I don't think we're exactly the most PETA-friendly podcast, Charlie. You were talking about catching a muskie earlier.
Oh, that's true.
I think that ship has sailed. I'm
Well,
not too worried about PETA.
Since it sailed, think about the athleisure wear you can make with all those squirrel pelts. I mean,
Okay.
if the new comfies are like you get some sweats made out of just squirrel tail sweats. Are you kidding me right now? I mean, think
hat.
about
Oh,
a hat,
with
sure.
hats and everything.
Yeah.
And with like winter coming up, we can start making slippers.
Yes. Oh, squirrel tail slippers. See,
Well,
when life gives
Oven
you
mitt?
squirrels, make squirrel tail slippers.
Well, and we're at a golf course, Charlie. You just make the squirrel skins into head covers for your hybrids.
There you go. Oh.
You just open up the back end and slip it
right.
on.
There's a flex. This guy has covers on his hybrids. Okay. I see how it
We
is.
have a whole franchise working up right now.
Yeah. It's really about supply and demand. You got the supply, and I know that there's a huge demand for a squirrel food truck and clothing wear out there.
Yeah. I want you
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely.
I
You can
want.
pitch it to Duluth Trading Co.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. So go make that hole bigger so the squirrels have easier access to your garbage can and start throwing the good stuff
No, in
there.
reality, you could just put a squirrel feeder next to the garbage can, and then you just don't even have to deal with them in the garbage can.
Oh yeah, I mean there are easy solutions for that garbage can. You just get a nail gun, get some mesh, and just. And then you're gonna have that garbage that's stuck in the bottom because it's caught in the nail. But, anyways. Well,
Yeah, I think thanks for the help, you guys.
yeah. Anytime, we're here to help. You guys take care and tell the squirrels we says bye. All right.
I'm good.
Of course. Wait, where are you guys at today?
Oh, we are in Minnesota.
Ham Lake, Minnesota. So a couple hours from Duluth.
Oh, nice, don't you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Pretty good up here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bet you at the lake.
Oh, yeah. Well, tell your folks who says hi.
Okay then, sure. Watch out for deer. Go pack.
Watch out for squirrels too.
Watch out for squirrels.
Oh, wait a minute there. Might have to run it back a little bit with that last part.
Yeah, you run it back. Let us know how that rotisserie tastes, okay?
Yeah, come stop by the truck.
Oh, we'll be
Yeah.
there. We'll be there. Midwest Goodbye with the Squirrel Edition. All right, we'll see you
yeah.
guys soon then. Real good.
All right.
I love it.
I actually, you're seeing all sorts of crazy food trucks popping up, Charlie.
I mean,
I
seriously.
haven't seen a squirrel one pop up.
We're always looking for alternative, eco-friendly food sources.
Population control solutions.
Yeah. And I think that's I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know why you can't commercially sell squirrel yet.
You can't?
I don't know. I don't know why no one's done it. Have you ever eaten squirrel, Miles?
I don't think so. Have you?
Yeah. Not often, but few occasions.
I live where we don't have a lot of trees. So there's not as many squirrels as there is around where you're at,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. You guys have those. Remember when we saw that horseshoe
The snowshoe hare.
First
yeah.
one I had seen.
Oh, yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah, there's one that just lives on our patio in the winter because there's a big mound and it kind of burrows itself in there.
Now those I wouldn't say shoot them.
No. And there's one that died underneath our evergreen tree.
Oh, that's sad. Did you stuff it?
But that tree now is growing like a weed. It is the best looking tree in the lawn. So, I like to think about it the circle of life.
It is a circle of life.
That bunny had to die so that my tree could flourish.
And I got to tell you this, folks, any of you gardeners out there, this is a tag on Miles's deal. My grandpa Bob used to catch fish, clean the fish, bury the fish guts, and he had the biggest pumpkins I ever did see. So, one fish's carcass is another man's big pumpkin.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, is that it, Charlie?
That's all she wrote, Miles.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast. And as always, Charlie,
Tip your bartender.
we'll see you next one. Love you guys.